Monday is the first work day of the week, official work day of the week, and of course today is Monday, the second Monday in the month of March 2020, and it is the 9th day of the month. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the platform. This is the pinnacle of all discussions right here on Flow 94.9 FM. It is the flow of God's own state. We take a look at issues as it affects our dear nation, Nigeria, and also as it affects our dear state, Abia State, right here on this platform every Monday, every Wednesday, and also every Friday, just after the Inside Abia 10:05, the kickoff time. My name is Michael Oni. Now, this morning, in what looks like a replay of the ugly events of July 2018 that led to the emergence of a splitter group and the All Progressives Congress, APC, known as Reformed All Progressives Alliance, RAPC. Remember Buba Galadima? A series of quick events last week confirmed that things have fallen apart in the ruling party. The APC has been dogged by different crises, threatening its existence at different curves of its life since the party emerged in February 2013 from the merger of the former All Nigeria People's Party, the ANPP, the Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, and the Congress for Positive Change, CPC. Much of the crisis that led to the bitter and irreconcilable differences were largely traced to skewed selection process in which candidates that represented the party in the general election emerged and the blame were placed at the feet of Adams Oshiomole's led EXCO. Aggrieved aspirants who felt cheated out of the process refused to be persuaded and played a spoiler role, dealing the death blow on that party, the All Progressives Congress. In many states, parallel congresses were held. Abia State is also experienced its own fair share of parallel congresses, leading to emergence of competing ESCOs. Another faction has again emerged from the ruling party last week, widening the crack on the wall of the APC as the Adams Oshiomhole-led National Working Committee has called on members of the of NEC, that's the National Executive Council of the party, and all party members to ignore the notice or invitation of the purported NEC meeting scheduled for Tuesday, March 17, 2020, describing it as a product of mischief. Also, the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory last week Wednesday ordered Adams Oshiomhole to stop parading himself as the party's chairman. The court, led by Justice Danlami Senchi, in his ruling ordered that Oshiomhole should remain out of office pending the determination of a substantive suit that was brought against him by some aggrieved members of the party. But the order followed an application of interlocutory injunction that six plaintiffs, led by the party's vice chairman in the Northeast, Mustafa Salihu, filed through their lawyer, Oluwole Afolabi. The plaintiff had, among other things, prayed that the court to remove Oshiomhole from office on the account that he was previously suspended as a member of the party in his village, that's Etako Ward 10 in Edo State. They argued that since his suspension remained extant, his rights as a member of the party are currently abated, insisting that he could therefore not continue to head as the chairman of the party, the All Progressives Congress.
From this very moment, the first defendant, Mr. Adams Oshiomhole, ceases to be the chairman of APC. That's what it means. At least it's an interlocutory injunction. What it means is that until the substantive suit is decided, he can no longer act as the chairman of APC from this very moment, as the court has ruled. That is what it means.
So just tell us why you came for this order.
Well, we came for the order because we believe in the rule of law. That's simply the reason why we're here, to make sure that the Constitution is respected. Our contention is very simple, that Mr. Oshiomhole was suspended by his ward. And if you are a suspended member, you cannot reap the benefits of full membership. So all we're saying is that his rights as a member of APC is in abatement at the very minimum at this point in time. That's what we're saying. So
well, that was on Wednesday last week. Meanwhile, on Thursday, a day after that, The crisis rocking the party was further complicated as the Federal High Court in Kano ordered all parties in the suit to maintain status quo. That's by Justice Lewis Alagwa in a suit filed by one Aliyu Rabiu as the plaintiff and listed APC, Oshiomhole, and the Independent National Electoral Commission, the Inspector General of Police, and the Director General of the State Security Service as the first, second, and third, and also fourth and fifth respondents, rather, and said that all the parties should maintain status quo. Well, the feud between Oshiomhole and his political son, the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, is now hurting him more than he could ever imagine. Oshiomhole and Obaseki had been at loggerheads for a while, but it was alleged that Oshiomhole was plotting not to allow Obaseki return as governor, and Obaseki in return was planning to have him removed as the party chairman. The face-off between the duo climaxed in November 2019. Remember, when Edo State APC faction loyal to the governor suspended Oshiomhole, and that decision followed the vote of no confidence allegedly passed on him by the chairman of the APC in the 18 local government areas of the state. Now, you've been well informed on just to brief you on what is happening in the party. Well, on the platform this morning, we are very mindful of the fact that the matter relating to Adams Oshiomole's suspension is undergoing an appeal. So we are not going to dwell on that, but we shall attempt to pose some critical leadership questions that is almost tearing the fabrics of the party. And we're joined this morning by the Director General, Voice of Nigeria, and the chieftain of the APC, especially in the southeast, Osita Okechukwu, and also Engineer Michael Zoemena, a member of the APC in Abia State, and also the publicity secretary of the party in Abia State. Let's take the DG of the Voice of Nigeria first. We would like you to access the strength of the All Progressives Congress in the southeast.
For us, there is a maxim that says that in liberal democracy, it is a liberal democracy is not a revolution. So all gains made in liberal democracy is incremental. That is to say, the gains, because of the rule of law, the checks and balances. So you do not make all the gains in one day. So you make the gains on a gradual basis. For us in the APC, we are glad vis-a-vis from the date of our registration in 2013, July 31st to be specific, 2013. We came for the first election in 2015. In all the 5 states of the southeast, we did not get 20% threshold in the presidential election. We had only one senator. We had no member of the Federal House of Representatives, and we had no governor. We had one governor. In 2019, we have 25% threshold in Abia State, in Ebonyi State, in Imo State. We had members of the Federal House of Representatives, senators, and we repeatedly we now had a governor as well. So when you compare our scorecard, definitely we have improved. We've gotten more converts who actually understand that the APC means business.
Okay.
That we are pursuing infrastructure more than the PDP did in 60 years.
Okay. Quickly, permit me to cut you short there. Sorry, because of our time. You have in the past been a victim of some of the decisions of the current APC leadership. What do you make of the tenure of Adams Oshiomhole as the national chairman of the party?
We without being immodest or without trying to deprecate myself or trying to, I won the primaries of the Senate of the Enugu West Senatorial District, and I was rigged out. There was no doubt that the manipulation of the primaries of 2019 general election in the APC affected the overall result of the APC, not only in the Southeast. It was manipulated, it was mangled.
By who, please?
By Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. You can imagine, made an advertorial telling each state to choose between direct or indirect primaries. Consensus as well is embedded in the constitution of our party. We in Enugu State, we said we do not have the capacity to manage direct primaries, because in direct primaries you must have authentic register of members, you must have authentic card of members, you must also have electoral management system that is near excellent, unless you want to bungle the process. So we elected in direct primaries. So overnight, Comrade Oshiomhole reversed it. When we had already started the election of governorship candidates at the University of Nigeria Enugu campus, I was one of those he consulted. And I said, sir, out of the 17 local government areas in Enugu State, we've already concluded 4. Please allow the process to go ahead. And I told him the director of the SS was in the field with us, in the venue. And the commissioner of police, they are not partisan. Could you cross-check with them to know actually whether it was going on peacefully? Yes, there was a hiccup initially, which is normal in political gatherings. Before you could say Jack Robinson, he cancelled the elections. The next day in the morning, what we heard that we must go direct primaries. In spite of that, some of us won, and it was truncated.
Okay, if I can hear you correctly, you're saying that yes, Adams Oshiomhole contributed to the current crisis in your party. So gravely. So you think? So, so do you think?
So nobody can exonerate him from that.
So do you think he's probably reaping from what he sowed?
No. The point of the matter is that there are 2 characteristics of leaders.
Okay.
There are leaders that pay attention to advice. There are those who in Igbo parlance, they will say Eze Oyagwanam, Eze, the king that says nobody should tell me, I know everything. It belongs to that kind of kings. And it affected our fortune. Without being immodest. If my result was allowed, APC could have had, even if I did not win Ekweremadu, APC could have had 25% in Enugu State. And I could have defeated Ekweremadu because we have 2 old divisions, the Udi division and the Ogbu division. And the whole Udi division felt that somebody who stayed 16 years in the parliament, he should give others a chance. And there are some good people of good conscience in his own Ogbu division that gave me their endorsement. So, but I'm not trying to talk about myself.
Okay.
I'm trying to say that actually, between God and man, can you imagine that in the 5 states of the Southeast, a dope person was the chairman of Enugu, was the chairman of Feboy, was the chairman of Adia, and secretary in Imo. I do not know how many of the states in the Southeast that had a chairman of any of the panels in the new country. In spite of the humongous money we leveled, if I were the chairman, I could have had 3 sets of panels per each state instead of 1.
Okay.
I could have had a panel for the House of Assembly. I could have had the Senate and the Federal House. I could have had different panels for the governorship.
Okay.
And different panels for the presidential.
DJ,
instead of one.
So some persons are alleging that this crisis rocking your party, is about 2023 and the permutations for the next election. who will be the flag bearer of the party at the center, talking about the presidency?
No. You cannot divorce political objectives from the election ahead. But meanwhile, we must not forget the material conditions, the manipulation of 2019 primaries were the material conditions that brought discontent and a huge gulf between those who felt sincerely that they were marginalized and alienated from their victories. So you cannot distance yourself from that, no matter how you want to placate or try to pontificate about 2023. Yes, it cannot be disconnected, because if you were hot, our people said when you were stung by a scorpion, even if you see a small millipede, you get jittery because you have been stung before. So a lot of people lost confidence in his management capacity, that he was narcissistic and he was dictatorial and despotic. There's no doubt about that. That was what cost us Rivers State, cost us Zamfara State, cost us Bauchi, cost us Adamawa.
Do you think
and never cost us Imo.
Do you think the crisis now is about 2023?
It's not about, I'm saying.
Okay, but
that it originated from the way his mismanagement of the process.
Okay.
Because he neglected the constitution of the APC. Because when the National Executive Committee decided that this is how the primary should go, and you made a publication with the resources of the party and said each state should choose what they feel is better for them. When each state indicated interest who want indirect primaries, you have no right single-handedly to despotically and dictatorially reverse it.
Okay, DJ.
His own shortfalls, he has his own merits.
Okay,
because
quickly.
there's no man without merits.
Before I let you go this morning, because of our time, before I let you go this morning, what do you make about the feud between Adams Oshiomhole and Obaseki? I mean, the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki.
No. For me, if I go by the old maxim in the area where we come from, you will advise as young persons that you don't fight what they call a gono. Okay. If Oshiomhole had lived with the maxim of the elders, he could have started fighting a backyard war. A backyard war is very, 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 very. Nobody encourages no wise man goes for what is it called? A backyard war. So it was a mistake on his side. Whether he's right or he's wrong, he was the person that stood up and told the world that he's abolishing godfatherism in Imo.
In Edo?
So if in Edo?
Yes.
So if you abolish godfatherism in Edo, why do you now want to place yourself in a position where you are suspected of trying to be a godfather? It was a mistake on his side. It was also a mistake that when the word of the National Vice Chairman Northwest, Inua, suspended him from membership of the party. You, as the chairman of the National Working Committee, you offer his suspension, and then you yanked him off as National Vice Chairman. Now, you are suspended by your own word, and you never cared even to challenge it. And when now they are using the same speech you used, so there's a lot of contradiction surrounding the corridor Oshiomhole. A lot of contradictions and double standards. So which is not good for a leader. If you want to lead the democracy, you must be in a position to be reticent and be accommodating of alternative views. If you don't accommodate alternative views, you will not go far.
All right.
Because alternative views are the hallmark of democracy.
All right. The Director General, Voice of Nigeria, a chieftain of the APC, especially in the southeastern part of the country, Osita Okechukwu, thank you very much for your time this morning on the program.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. All right. Very, very interesting conversation we've had there. We now know what is really happening in the party. Now let's cross over to our man here, as the party politics, of course, the permutations and what is happening in the party. You know, the buying and selling, if we put it that way. Engineer Michael Zemena, the publicity secretary of the All Progressives Congress here in Abia State, is our guest now. Engineer Michael Zemena, thank you very much for joining this morning on the platform.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting what is playing out in your party. It's a beauty of democracy, you will agree with me. But let's take a look at the chairman of your party. If he is to be suspended as the chairman of the party, he has been suspended from the ward level, that's back home in Edo State. Do you think he has to let go, do away with the chairmanship position that he holds now that he has been suspended by the Edo State, his ward at home? We're talking about his village people, if I can put it that way.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Mike.
Okay.
You know, in party politics, you don't join a party at the national level.
Okay.
You join a party at the ward level. So once you are not a member of the party, you can't be a member of the party in Abuja. You must be. That's why when you are joining, they will ask you to go to your ward. And so once your ward says, look, Mike is no more a party member, that's it. And the man, Adams, because of his arrogance, didn't go to contest it. He thought because he was, like my brother used to say, you know, the same yardstick with which he measured somebody else, you know, our vice chairman in the Northwest. He said, I uphold it because the world has removed him. And now, forgetting that his own time has come too. Because he's fighting the war at home, his governor, being the leader of the party, got his word to suspend him, and they ratified by the local government and the state in Edo. So he refuses to be a member of this party. And so, like the court rightly said, there's no way you can be a non-member and then you are still presiding over the party.
He has come out to say, well, it's a faction of the party in Edo State, not the real Edo State leadership, Edo State APC leadership recognized by the national body.
As far as Edo is concerned, in Nigeria today, President Muhammadu Buhari is the leader of the party in Nigeria.
Okay.
In Edo State, the leader of the party in Edo today, just like he was when he was governor, is Governor Obaseki.
He seems to have the backing of the president. He has been at the presidential villa severally. Even on the day he was suspended, he was stopped by that court injunction. Even after that day, he has been at the presidential villa to brief the president on issues and, of course, the crisis rocking your party.
Like a listening president. You know our president is a listening president. After all, he wanted to go back to the office on Friday. What happened? Police said no. So if he had the backing of the president would have asked the IG of police to vacate the place. But as we speak now, police is on lockdown. He can't go there because he's not the chairman of the party as we speak, owing to the order of competent court of the land. So until he vacates that court order, until he goes on appeal and vacates it, he ceases to be our national chairman. That's the way it is.
So
we are a law-abiding party. This APC is predicated on the rule of law. And so even though he came and tried to, like Bronota said, try to truncate our tenants, now he has been caught up with the kind of things he was doing to other people.
Can you rate the leadership style of Adams Oshiomhole as the chairman of your party?
Say, in APC, there's no room for dictators.
But you had your own fair share of the crisis during the last general election.
He caused by him too.
You had two governorship candidates.
Caused by him too.
You had two offices and you had two secretaries.
It's not only in Abia. It's not only in Abia. That's why the whole thing is like so much dust that has been raised that is haunting him today. I mean, like in Abia, we had a party that we were running until he got people from nowhere from PDP a month before the party primaries, and then he gave them our party. He tried to give them our party, and we said no. This is our house. You don't finish building a house, and then maybe you maybe go to Abuja, and on your way back you see a madman in your house, and then you run away now and leave your house because a madman is inside. What you do is to find a way to chase the madman away and take your house. That's what we're doing. As far as we are concerned, we are owners of APC in Abia. And Adams, being a dictator like he is, tried to do otherwise. Tried to give the power. So what happened? You can see the hell that has broken loose even in that camp, where their leader will say, this man told me that, the governor gave me money to buy form and all of that, or the governor should be allowed to do his second term. This is to tell you that these people are not party people. They were bought people who came to just destabilize our party. And of course, they succeeded in destabilizing our party.
I will get back to Oshiomole's case, the crisis rocking your party. But there is this very big allegation against your party in Abia State. That's the flag bearer of your party in the last governorship election in Abia State. Got the form through a member, a candidate of another party. Okay, let me break it down. That Governor Okeze Ekwazu bought the APC form for several candidates of your party, aspirants then they were, when they were contesting. They were seeking the opinion of your party to become the flag bearer of your party.
I had come here,
yes,
on one of the occasions that I had come here. I had told you that some of the people who ordinarily cannot even contest and win House of Assembly elections properly, somehow now bought form for governor, 22.5 million. That we know, of course, that they couldn't have gotten the money to buy that kind of form.
So are you supporting? Are you supporting that statement made by Bibi Apugo, the BOT chairman of your
course,
party?
he's not too far from it, but he's also not alienated from it because he's part of the rot in the party. He cannot alienate himself from the rot that happened in the party. The truth is that what he said is not like a brother to the candidate even said, that is about 80% truth. Yet one or two of them might have bought the form on their own, but everything was aggregated towards one thing, towards one goal, towards making sure that one man does not become the candidate, and the man is the chairman. That's all. And we knew it, and we were fighting. We went through all the calls, even to Supreme Court, to make sure, tell them, look, this party belongs to this party. These are the people that owns the party. From AP, like you just mentioned, AMPP, CPC, and then ACN, and then of course a splinter of PDP. We formed this party, and then we defeated when they were all in PDP, when they were all fighting against us, like Osita just said. And then all of a sudden, a month to the time, all of them now came, and then everybody was, because he needed money, they were giving them 2.5 million to go to Abuja to buy forms. And then what happened? At the end of the day, they came together, all in an effort to deny one man the ticket of the APC.
But it looks like the crisis rocking your party at the center, talking about Adams Oshiomhole. Some persons are seeking his removal as the chairman of the party. It looks like it's a permutation for 2023. You will agree with me that Adams Oshiomhole has the support of Tinubu, also an APC leader of your party. And some governors too are also looking at being the flag bearer of your party, maybe as the vice president or the president. Don't you think it is about 2023?
Well, I don't know about that. I think it's about, correcting the injustices of the party and getting the party on a solid foot. 2023 is far away.
It's about correcting injustices. I understand that there is a reconciliation committee that has been set up by the center.
Exactly.
So what happened?
No. What happened was that there was this also court going on. This suit was already on, and then the court somehow then gave an order that yes, this man is a single person. Adams Oshiomhole is a single person in the party. That he should step aside, let the party run. I mean, you can bear with me. The deputy national secretary of the party, who is the acting national secretary, had also convened or caused to be convened a next meeting of the party for the 17th. So, what are we saying? The party will still run with or without Adams Oshiomhole being an institution. APC is bigger than all of us.
When we'll be asking, this crisis rocking your party now, it might affect the strength of your party in this country.
No.
Don't you think the opposition might buy into the crisis in your party now? And
what you see will eventually even strengthen the APC the more.
Okay.
Because once you remove injustice from a group of people, you bring peace and cohesion into that group. So we are saying, let this, and luckily for us, it's happening on time. You just mentioned 2023. Today, now is 2020. And so we have 2-3 years to go. And so let's have our problems if we call it a problem. And then before the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, we will deal with it. And we'll be a solid party.
Remember, constitutionally, President Muhammadu Buhari will not be vying, will not be heading for a 4th term. So,
yes.
So it might be unconnected, Engineer Michael Zoimena. Many persons have interest in being the flag bearer of your party.
And it's a free world. It's a free world. The only thing is that one person will emerge our candidate. And the person will not be President Muhammadu Buhari. And so it means that if I want to contest for presidency and I have the wherewithal, I have every reason because I'm a citizen of Nigeria. And so it is, APC is a democratic party. And so it is, we create, that's the problem we have, is that we are accusing Adams Oshiomhole that is not creating level playing ground. Once you create level playing ground and then the party people say, look, this man is worthy of being our candidate, then we all file behind the person and we handle again defeat PDP.
Okay, the matter is still in the court, but minus Oshiomhole, do you think APC will come back strong after this crisis?
Better, stronger. I can tell you, APC. After all, yesterday, it was John Oyedige Oyego. And then people, some people, his supporters said, we remove John Oyedige and this party will collapse. It didn't collapse. We won 2019. Then, Adams Oshiomhole now, because of the kind of eruptions that he brought into the party, then people are saying, look, Adams should also give way. So that we get, it is an evolution, sir.
Evolution?
Yes. This thing, building an institution is an evolution. It keeps changing and keeps moving until you get a party, an institution that on its own begins to feed itself and is stable.
Okay. Interesting.
Because a leadership is, once a leadership can feed itself, then you bring stability on board.
All right, it is still the platform right here on Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. Interesting conversation this morning. It's about party politics, talking about the All Progressives Congress, the crisis rocking that party at the center, talking about the national there in Abuja. Now, let's quickly listen to the man at the eyes of the storm this morning, Adams Oshiomhole, the embattled chairman of the All Progressives Congress. Then we open the phone lines for you to participate.
I am the national chairman of a national party elected at the national convention by over 7,000 delegates. So how could 9 persons sit down somewhere and purport that they have removed a national chairman? And the court, contrary to all logic, all judicial precedent, find comfort in granting an interim interlocutory order to stop me from functioning pending when the matter is determined. In other words, he has given the order without the facts being laid before him. And in the process, adjourned the case to 7th of April. The calculations are clear that between now and April 7, my opponents in the system would have had ample time to do all the mischievous plans they have in place to destabilize the APC, because some of them have membership of more than one political party. A ward executive, even if they serve, they all sign in whole, don't have power to remove a national chairman. But just to say that the document that we have says clearly that my ward passed vote of confidence on me. How the court can uphold vote of confidence and twist it to me vote of no confidence, only that judge can explain it to himself. Let me also say that those behind these plots, the hands you see may well include as you saw yesterday, the Edo State governor and his people celebrating. But that is the irony of life, that you help give birth to a child, and the child look for cutlass to want to chop off your neck. It has happened in history. It has happened in this country. So I won't be the only person. But there are also other forces who see me, for whatever reason, as a threat to them. And those leading this anti-Oshiomhole campaign, some of them, I emphasize, cannot even boast of a councillor in their state, even as they lay claim to leadership position in our party. I'm proud to say I have done my best, not only when I was governor, I have done my best as chairman of this party. I have worked not only to, along with other members of the party, and with the support of the good people of Nigeria, for the president to be re-elected, for us to have majority in the two chambers of the National Assembly. I also work hard to deliver my unit. I work hard to deliver my ward. I work hard to deliver my local government. I work hard to deliver my federal constituency, 3 of them in my senatorial zone, and I work hard to deliver my senator. Those fighting me couldn't deliver even a councillor of a local government in their unit. And they just feel that if they cannot give me orders, then they must do everything to embarrass my person. But I believe that he who God stands with, no man born of a woman can bring him down.
All right, that's the reaction of the embattled chairman of the All Progressives Congress, taking a look at what is happening in the party. You heard that?
Yes, of course I heard him.
How will you react to that, Engineer Mike?
His usual self.
Okay.
His usual self. The point is that why did he run to Kanu for another to procure under injunction?
Okay.
Listen. As a national chairman of our party, he should also believe in the rule of law. And then all he needed to do was go to the Court of Appeal to vacate the order of the lower court. That's all he needs to do, and which he's trying to do now. So that baffles us why he now ran to Kanu to begin to cause confusions.
All right, let's head straight to the phone lines. 0808 182 6949, 0811 605 2949. You can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Oh, we lost that. Okay, try a call back. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Michael.
Good morning.
Good morning, guests in the house.
Good morning, my brother.
I'm Mr. Maga Edward, editor-in-chief / Ayopila. This morning, I'm calling from the good people of Aliki, Kinanzogo.
Welcome.
Yeah. Come to what is going on in APC right now. It's not a surprise. And it will never be a surprise. Because they used to say that any house that built on ordinary ground shall fall by itself. And APC came into power 2013. From 2013 to 2015, they moved into power with a lot of class of disciplinaries. As in, they came into Nigeria, in the mind of Nigeria, with the note of propaganda, allegation, and others. Today now, they have started using it against themselves. Like what is going on in APC now? Look at now what the APC chairman is doing. This is exactly the way they remove Oyegu. I would say that Oyegu is now be proud of what is going on, because Oshiomhole, when he was a governor, he was among of teams that supported APC to criticize Jonathan, because Jonathan have done this, Jonathan have done that, Jonathan done this, Jonathan done that. This propaganda, Nigerians came in and say, oh, maybe this party, they will have something to do, or they will show us a new way to move Nigeria forward. But today, they don't even care to listen to the cries of the humble Nigerians.
All right, quickly wrap up your thoughts,
about
please.
Our health system. They don't even care about our education. They don't even care about our economy. Look at it now. What every day they are busy, causing problems, fighting by themselves. This is what we will run all throughout this year.
All right. Your time is up, please.
So
Thank you very much.
They know that they cannot stand.
Thank you
Let them
very much,
resign. And
Mr. Madu Edward. Your time is up. We have a breaking news. The government has just confirmed the second case of coronavirus in the country. That's according to the Minister of Health, Dr. Osage Ehanire, announcing that just a couple of minutes ago. We will give you details. He said that the newly confirmed case was a contact with the index case and not an importation into the country. We will also follow up on that later on as the event develops. Hello, good morning to you.
Mr. Mayor, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Samba Donald from Telangana.
You're welcome.
So, you see, what is happening in APC is God's will. That's the will of God. In Igbo vow, we said, onye moro n'aka ya dị ọcha ga-eji ya egbu onwe. This is the now the time for the clean people, and now they are pressing it. So it will continue happening in APC until they remove those that is called Buhari. So well done for APC and the Oshiomhole. Thank you.
All right, that's your opinion. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, welcome. Good morning.
Thank you. Gunnar Eric, I am calling you from Umuaga in Olotro.
You're welcome, Ugonna.
Yes, so what goes around is coming around. You know, I am not a petty person, but when I saw that Oshiomhole was the one who replaced Odije Oyegun, I wasn't very comfortable. Whatever was the reason, I felt it was not appropriate. And he marched and started all his camaraderie, you know, all the labalu, making noise, thinking it was labor union and all that. But as it stands today, honestly, there are more people against Oshiomhole than those for him. On a scale of 100, those against him are like 80%. Only about 20% are for him. It means that the game is really up. And you see the two gentlemen you spoke with are all the opinion that the man caused harm than good. They caused their party a lot of things, primaries and other things, you know, confusion, not just here, in other states. They have cited Zamfara, cited Rivers, Imo, and other things before they got, you know, to obtain certain things. So a party cannot be run that way.
All right, quickly wrap up the thoughts,
We'll be
please.
heading for crisis. I hope though their own crisis is timely enough, they'll be able to reconcile it and move ahead so that we'll continue to have our credible opposition in the APC and the PDP, so that the country will focus on governance and not politics year in, year out. This is the time for pure governance, not the time for pure politics.
Okay, your time is up. Thank you very much, Ugonna. On the SMS line, this one says Oshiomhole's problem is as a result of his own style of leadership, character. He's always an imposture, as he did when he was a labor leader. He has a dictatorship trait. Noble from Umar here. Keep your messages coming. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael Oni.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, our guests in the studio.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you. My name is Owakwe Chidebere. Yeah, I've been able to listen to you and I've heard all that you said about APC. But if I should put it to you that APC lacks internal democracy, you may disagree with me. But looking at the whole thing that is happening in APC, both at the center and also in the state, a typical example is what happened during 2015 general election. Different factions having different primaries in different locations. At the end of the day, if people will come out and tell us there is no faction in the state, that APC is one. Does it not tell APC lacks leadership, both at the center and also in the state? That's number one. Number two is this. Why is it that every internal rivalry that you people will always have, you people will certainly look for a way to start PDP to it? Does it mean that APC as a party is not independent? That is number two. Number three is this. Why should APC in the state be allowed to be used by PDP? If I am to use what you said, that some people from Oshiomhole brought them to destabilize the party and all the rest of them, I totally disagree with it. What I really want you people to do, see, if the leadership of the party in the state are not really working well, people should change them.
All right,
We need
quickly
the
wrap up your
opposition
thoughts,
to
please.
find out.
Wakwechi Debere. Your time is
Whenever
up.
opposition is doing the opposite side of what we expect to do, that means there is no opposition.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you very much.
but
Your time is up,
but in this
Wakwechi
report,
Debere. Thank you
look
very
at-
much. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, Junior Zemeno.
Morning, sir.
Ozina calling from Water.
You're welcome, Obina.
Well, for Shomolo's reveal, well, I'm not surprised because you cannot be a double-faced human being and expect to have peace. Oshomole appeared on national television and told the whole world that he have abolished godfatherism. And he now came back again to be a godfather to some other people. I mean, nobody does that. So he started his own problem by himself, and for it in other states, let them try and get themselves in the, I mean, 2019 have gone, the mistake have gone, let them put themselves together, come back with as a one party, not longer as a divided party. When people notice that one of you is playing a mode, suspect that person outrightly. Anybody suspect of being double standard, suspect him. Come together, put your hands in order, and take over power from PDP because other states already tired of PDP like that. Because in that 20 years, nothing to show for it. So let them stop all these the accusations. The mistake has been done, everything has gone. Let them come back together and they form a one party and be one family.
All right, quickly wrap up your
achieve
thoughts,
something.
please.
Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. On the SMS line, this one says Prince Willow Swago from Umunachobo says, according to Olaro Timi, to whom God wants to kill, he first makes him mad. APC is heading for crack. Do you agree with that? I put that question to you earlier on the program.
No.
The crisis in your party. It's like the party. It's about to
I think I subscribed more to the advice of the last caller, Obinna.
okay.
You know, our party is, like I said, this party will get out of this stronger.
Okay.
You know, when we were formed, people said, the next month they're going to crash. You know, the next other month they were going to crash. And we didn't crash from 2013, 2015. We took over power. And today we will not crash. The only thing is that if we had, this is the third national chairman we're having.
Okay.
And he will not be the last national chairman we will have.
Okay.
So what we'll do is that before long, there will be stability in the house.
Okay, Aloy O on the SMS line says, good morning, gentlemen. In this house, Adams did more harm than good to our great party during the 2019 primaries. For our party to move forward, he should go. Okay, good morning to you. Let's get more reactions on the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, my guests in the city.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Nobu Inomaya.
Okay,
The issue
welcome.
of Oshiomhole is that the man is a very, very problematic person. He doesn't have a kind of leadership that suits the present-day democracy. It's as if maybe he see in the labor thing, he can impose any authority and order to any government. It doesn't matter who is that. So in the democratic system, it doesn't work that way. This man has destroyed a lot of things in the APC. I'm not a member of APC or any of the party member, but this man called Oshiomhole has scattered APC so much, so that if Buhari and Tinubu will accept that this man should continue, that means two of them also join them to be the same level with the Oshiomhole. It's so bad. You can't see when someone is coming. Look at last election. He come up with this system and primary. He tried to impose people on the people on the masses. It doesn't work that way, and he doesn't even know how to talk. That's number one thing. He can just open his mouth, blast out, blah, 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 blah. He doesn't know. So I don't know where he get this kind of. That's why we had problem with them. Wike was like trying to describe him that he doesn't go to school. This that. I don't know what that is affecting him also. They should call him to order and they should remove him. If APC want to go forward, they should remove Oshiomhole.
All right, Noble.
That's what should happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your take. Well, we're done with the program this morning. This is how far we can go this morning. Many thanks to Osita Okechukwu, all the way from Abuja, the DG of the Voice of Nigeria, for speaking to us this morning, and also a member of the APC, a chieftain of the party in the Southeast. And also many thanks to Engineer Mike Ozoemena. I hope I'm very correct with your name.
Sure.
All right.
You are an Igbo man now.
Thank you very much for being part of the program this morning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I
A
appreciate
member
it.
of the APC. I hope there are no crises in your party here in Abia
Not
State.
a member of AP, State Public Secretary of AP.
State Publicity Secretary of the APC. I hope there are no crises in your party.
No, we are already dealing with it.
Because I remember the last time you sat right on this spot. It was more like a fire for fire or something.
No. You know, it's like before long, the party is one.
All right,
The
great.
party is one.
Thank you very much for being part. And many thanks to the producer of the program, Samson Eze. The program returns on Wednesday when we bring up another issue as it affected their nation, Nigeria, and also as it affected their state, Abia State. Do enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Michael Oni.
At Flow 94.9 FM, we've got conducive and well-secured environment for business. High-tech video studio, a state-of-the-art production studio. You can also listen live on www.flow949fm.com and watch our videos on YouTube at Flow FM TV. Flow 94.9 FM, not just radio, but a complete broadcasting house.